Hi and welcome to my PlayHouse. I have been presented with a couple of batteries. One of them is a Black & Decker and another one is for the same Black & Decker tool, but it's not branded as Black & Decker, so it's probably a rip-off, copycat something, but both of them are pretty bad. The original Black & Decker, I'm told, is, well, if you press the button here, it does give me a green light, but they say that doesn't last very long. So I'm hoping that's just battery balance out of balance. And the other one, apparently the rip-off is dead. So yeah, let's see if we can do anything. So we are actually dealing with security torques here in the original battery. Are we not? Yeah, that's a security torque. And that one is as well. So the original battery is screwed in from the other side, and the non-original one, they haven't bothered with security torques. That's just normal torques. We have a security torque set that we can use to get them freed. So which size could that be? Gonna try with this one. Way too big. So it's a security torques number 10, I'm guessing. Yep. They've hidden one up here in plain view. I can see on the marking on this battery that it's from 2017. This one doesn't bite. That's an issue. The other ones I can get to, but that one up there is being difficult. That one is being difficult. That's just pure evil. All of these four on the sides are a 10, and the one up there is a 9. So yeah, you need the smaller one to get that screw out of there. But it's kind of a good little security feature that they have come up with there, I must admit. But yeah, it messed me up. This is tight. Yeah, different screws. But now we got it. So we can open Sesame and we get a good view of what is going on here. This battery is a 36 volt battery, 2 amps. So it's like two 18 volt batteries, where you would normally get an 18 volt battery that would be twice the amperage. This one, they have just done twice the voltage. So my best estimate is that my best estimate is that these cells are out of balance. So I'm gonna quickly measure and see what's going on. Or we could just take it out of the plastic actually. You don't need that. So bottom. All of these cells should be about the same. 3.65, 3.65, 3.64, 3.66, 3.3, 3.68, 3.53, 3.4, did I get that one? 3.5, 3.5, and 3.3. So that it's not far off. It's like 20 millivolts off, so it shouldn't be too bad. And so we should probably be able to charge this up. Let's see what's plus and minus. So that's that way. So it's 36.5. Let's put it on the charger and see how it does. So as there's 10 cells here, it's really easy. It's 10 times 4.2 volts, 42 volts. So we can charge this up to 42 volts And yeah, we're gonna do that, but with not too much amperage. I wanted to charge slowly ish. Okay, I've connected the leads here to my laboratory power supply, and it's charging up with an amp. I've set the laboratory power supply to 42 volts. You can see that if I disconnect it, 42 point. It got up by itself, 42. And they're not that much out of balance, so it shouldn't really do too much. I'll take the other battery apart while we're waiting for this to happen. We're taking this apart, and first, yeah, this is a 40 volts, max 36 volt. I have no idea, that's fucked up. But it says that it's 4 amp hours, and that's gonna be stretching it with this battery, because these 18650 cells are not really, and I do already see that it is 18650 cells that are in here, but they're not really available in 4 amp hours. They got most likely they go up to about 3.7 amp hours. So already there, it's kind of over advertising, which is usually a bad thing. And the board is way different, and yep, we see something here. That thing has fallen off, so that's not gonna work. Other than that, yeah, it's not great. So I can probably turn on the soldering iron right away. I could also spot weld it. Can you see the error? Yeah, that thing has come off. That thing there, the battery has popped out a little bit. So probably if I hold it together with my hands, we might get a LED button here. No, nothing. Okay, I'm gonna try and let's try and spot weld it. My spot welder only says like it has one bar of power on it. I haven't used it for quite a while, so well, let's see if it will do it. It's on there. It's blinking. It doesn't like it. I need to charge it up. So we're gonna turn it off. I'm gonna solder it on there. Remind me to charge up the spot welder, will you? Oh, why I should have changed the tip. This is gonna get us absolutely nowhere. Nah, it's gonna take forever. I'm gonna change the tip. So this voltage is going up. It's at 39.3.4 now, and it's still ticking in about an amp. Could probably give it some more juice to get it done with, but well, if the cells are not perfectly balanced in there, it's better not to do it too badly, too quickly. I have also been checking out the balance on this one, so I'll just show a bit of that. I found that the cell that I've just soldered on was a bit different. Actually, it wasn't. My mistake. 3.5, 3.4. That's a bit low. 3.5. I do have an issue getting a good contact here. 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, and 3.5. So it's not actually bad. It's not that bad. Oh, and the overall voltage is 35.3 volts. But we don't get any indication on this thing. It doesn't show up any voltage. I don't know if this could be broken or if it's just not high enough to show a voltage. So yeah, we might speed this up, give this an extra little bit so that we can get this show on the road. Let's say 2 amps. That's not too much. Those cells can handle it. There is quite the build quality difference in the 2 cells. This is for sure way cheaper built than this over here, or yeah, probably not even that. Probably the battery are equally priced, but as this is a Black & Decker original, Black & Decker has probably just been able to do way better negotiations on getting a decent battery made, where this piece of rip-off battery, well, has just been made to be as cheap as possible so that the maximum amount of money could be made from it, selling it on the copy market. They didn't even bother to take the paper of this tape that's supposed to keep it down at the bottom of the cell and glue it in place. Yeah, thank you for that. Made it much easier to take apart. Okay, we're almost at the 42 volt point. As soon as it reaches 42 volts, well, probably 42.1 volts, we will see the amps going down. At the moment, it's limiting the current, and after that, it's going to be limiting the voltage. So that is constant current, and it's going to be constant voltage. And as I pointed on it, it changed over. So we can see now the amps will be going down, and it will maintain the same voltage, even though the batteries has reached the voltage. We could fine tune it. I'll just disconnect this and make sure we'll fine tune it to 42 volts. That's why. Come on. Say 42 volts. Come on, connect. There we are. And we can see the voltage dropped quite a bit just because they were disconnected for just a little bit. And that's how cells does. When you pump a high amperage into them, they will keep a higher voltage for a little bit. And then when the amperage is removed, the voltage goes down. And you see that on lead acid batteries as well. When you're pumping voltage into them, they will maintain higher voltage, and then when you remove the charge, it will drop down. And the same thing here. Now we're gonna hit the 42 again, and it will switch to the green over here when we do. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, so I got it up to 42 point almost 1. So yeah, now the amperage will go down. But this might take a while. You can already see it has dropped like 400 milliamps. So I'm gonna disconnect this battery, and we're gonna try the other one, just because I am curious to see if this will take a charge. So we will bring the, I'll just connect this, and it takes 2 amps. Okay, I guess that will work fine. So I will bring that voltage up a little bit, and let's see if this thing does any. Yeah, now we're getting lights here. So the voltage was just lower than the range. So maybe we can just bring this up, and that one will be good to go. We did solder the connection, so we did find an error on it, so that was kind of easy enough. It's always good when you can find the mistake. Yeah, we'll adjust this for a bit. It shouldn't be long. It's not as if it's totally drained. They don't drain these batteries anywhere near low. So we could see these were 3.5, and these batteries they go down to 3 volts. So there was a decent amount of capacity in them still. We have charged this one up. Really didn't take that long. So I want to make sure. Yeah, some of these cells are way out of balance. Most is good though. So I have this variable resistor here that I'm able to kind of point in and make a very small load or a very big load. And I have connected it to one of the cells here. This top cell here was at 4.3 volts and the rest of it was kind of good. I have one more that is 4.23 volts, but this one was the highest one, so I'm gonna drain that a little bit, and when it's down a little bit I'll charge up the whole cell a little bit more. So at the moment it's can we see that? We might be able to. At the moment it's down to 4.19, but as soon as I disconnect it, the cell will jump right back up. Kind of see that? Now I have disconnected it and it will have jumped up to 4.24. So I need to drain it a bit below where I need it because it will jump back up. You can see that it's down to 4.19 again. So yeah, it needs to be drained. That takes a bit. Okay, so now that when I'm draining it, it's down to 4.16. Then when I remove the drain, it's down to 4.21. So it needs a little bit more. Let's see where we are at. 4.15. Remove the... We are just about there. So let's see if we can find... There was another one that was a bit high. It wasn't that one. That one is a bit low. That's fine. That one is a bit high. Low. Low. Good. Low. High. So the bottom one over here is a bit high, so we'll connect to that one. There. So now this one with a load is at 14.6. So we'll try and remove the load. I'm disconnecting it on the resistor because, and we are there. It's good. I'm gonna charge this battery up a little bit again, and then if there's something that becomes too high, we will discharge them a little bit. So I'm doing that with the other one, but it's almost not taking in anything. It's taking in less than half a watt. So, well, I'll let that take in half a watt for a little bit longer and then we'll get to it. Okay, I'm putting this one back together. It's within 10 millivolts of balancing the cells. I hope that is good. It has been charging all night, or been on the charger all night, so probably if the BMS knows what it's doing, it would have done what it needs to do by now. So the copycat battery is also on the charger. I think it's fine. It's only taking in like 50 milliamps. So yeah, I think it's time for that to go into the box as well. In this one, all the cells are within 9 millivolts. So we're gonna put that back with all of this crap. So this is coming back together. I gotten a big, fat, irritating fly in the basement at the moment. It's really bugging me. Okay, let's check voltage before we deliver them to the customer, which is my neighbor. So this one, 42 volts, and this one, 42.1 volt. So that's a bit high. So let's hope that's okay. So very often, if you have a laboratory power supply, you can take batteries like this apart, and you can check if there's something wrong with them, if they're in balance. So now this is fully charged. This one has 4 LEDs. It must be a later generation. Yeah, this is the original one, only has 3 LEDs, and this rip-off one has 4 LEDs. I assume it's a rip-off one. And that was when the booster pump wanted to join in, so let's go outside. Okay, a little bit more quiet out here. So yeah, if you have a laboratory power supply, very often you can take the battery apart, check the different cells. If there is a cell that is a bit low, you can charge it up a little bit. If there is a cell that is way too high, you can discharge it a little bit, and that way get everything back in balance, and that very often will help the battery get back into work. This one actually had a bad solder joint or spot welding joint where the connection had gone off, so that was this one's error. This one is probably a balancing issue. So I do hope this video was in some kind informative. If you liked it, please give me a like on the video, and if it helps you, please do let me know in the comments below that it helped you, because I like to help people, and I like to know when I've helped people. That just makes my day. Other than that, thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.